The world around us is made entirely of matter, commonly grouped together as solids, liquids, and gases. In a series of dramatic demonstrations, Professor Betsy Raymond, assisted by students from Western Washington University's Chemistry Club, got the chance to show visiting children and their parents just how exciting it can be when matter changes form.
So I'm Betsy Raymond, and I'm faculty in the chemistry department, and I'm co-advisor of the chemistry club, and recently did the Wizards of Western demonstration show for kind of middle school age kids, and the topic was what's the matter, and looking at phases of matter and how they go from one phase to another. So looking at solids going to liquids, solids going to gases, liquids going to gases, and some in kind of a dramatic fashion. My favorite one of the new ones was the sublimation of iodine. So iodine crystals are kind of a silvery gray color, and they're really shiny, which is interesting because it looks like it's a metal, though they're not. And so you actually see the crystals growing, and we had some really nice kind of 1 to 2 inch long spires that were really cool. We also did elephant toothpaste. So hydrogen peroxide naturally decomposes from hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen gas. And that happens pretty slowly on kind of an everyday basis. If you let hydrogen peroxide sit there, you might see a few bubbles now and again, but not very many. And so we actually sped that up by adding a catalyst. So we added potassium iodide, which causes that reaction to happen much faster. And to visualize that, to actually see the gas being produced, we added a whole bunch of soap. And so it produced this cascading, just giant volumes of foam. Made a cloud by pouring hot water into liquid nitrogen, and the gas actually expands so rapidly you get some thunder in the room.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You have this very, very hot water coming in contact with the liquid nitrogen, which the water, while not hot enough to burn you if you put your hand in it, was screaming hot to the liquid nitrogen just because it's so cold. Between Steve and I, we generally think up most of the demos, although we actually did a meeting earlier this year where we encouraged the students to go out on the internet and find a bunch of demos that looked cool to them. And so one of our meetings, we watched probably 30 YouTube videos and looked for different demos. And actually that's what reminded me of the elephant toothpaste demo and actually the iodine sublimation as well. Some of the ideas are faculty driven, but a lot of them are student driven. And they help us to organize the show, but as you saw during the show, they really did most of the hands-on doing. I was doing a lot of the instructing of, okay, this is what you need to do now, but they were doing most of the doing.
This was my second Wizards of Western. I have done some other demo shows through Chem Club. This was my third time total trying to do the dumping the hot water into the liquid nitrogen, and it was by far the best that I've ever done. And that's not all me. I mean, I dump the hot water in. I don't really do much else. But it was really cool to see it really be a blast for everyone who is there and to see everyone react to it, and to have everything go as planned and to have it be as safe and successful as it was.
The topics were different. Last year we did one that was water-based, and this one was more, it wasn't just water. I really like doing it because I think it's cool to like show little kids about chemistry as well. I feel like children really, they like science and everything, but chemistry isn't something that they think of as much as like biology and stuff like that, so it's cool to show it to them.
I honestly don't remember. I suspect it's been all 4 years that I've been here I've done it, but there's so many demo shows that we put on, and I try to sign up for as many of them as possible. It's the time we finally actually get to reach out to other people who aren't at Western, specifically children, and since they're the ones who are going to be coming up and want to get interested in coming to college and possibly even doing chemistry, this is really the time to get them involved. And like, I had that experience when I was a kid, and that's really what got me motivated into science, and so it's nice to give back to the same way.
I really love sharing kind of my enthusiasm and love for science with other people, particularly with kids. They're so curious about the world around them. And at some point in time, that curiosity just seems to go away. And so to encourage that curiosity and encourage them to keep asking questions and showing them cool things that maybe some of which they can reproduce at home, but to keep them asking questions, this is really important, because that's really what science is. It's about finding the answers, but really it's about asking the questions first. And you've got to keep doing that and keep those skills in practice.
To one of the robots in Rob.bot.
This year's festival was awesome. Whenever you have an event that students organize and put together and where there's standing room only, be there. It's the best party in town. And that's how the 48-Hour Film Festival is every single year. The students love it. The students who self-select to do this are really passionate about their films, and I've